Hello everyone and welcome. Hello everyone. Let me make sure everything's all good. Today is going to be a bit of a different stream that we're going to be doing. Today, we're going to learn about the basics of Guilty Gear XR. So give me just a second and let me make sure I have everything up that I need. Because there might be things that even I might not know. So, while I'm trying to teach some of these things, I might learn some stuff. So, with that in mind, let's jump on in. So, for this exercise, we're just going to stick with Soul. And we are going to stick with Kai. The two main characters. Alright, so, let's say this is your first fighting game, right? So, let's start with the very basics. The very first thing that you're going to want to learn about any fighting game is movement. I mean, the very basic thing is moving back and forth. If you move forward enough, you'll gain, well... Can I make it... Not the Henson, the, where is it? Wait. No, that is the wrong one. So, I'm just gonna waste some Henson. So, walking forward does generate some Henson. As you can see, it will build up if you walk. You're probably not gonna walk a whole lot though. Walking back will not make you lose any. However, as you can see, let me get that out of the way here. Where is the thing? As you saw, I lost all my meter. So if you do nothing, or say, I believe it's just if you do nothing, right? If you do nothing, or if you walk back too much, I do believe it takes all your Henson away. But you're not really going to be walking very much, all things considered. So, there's a couple things you can do with walking, though. So you could do something like this, where you just switch sides, which allows you to just go over our side. Very helpful for that. However, let's say if you do that, it can still turn around and hit you, so keep that in mind. While you are holding back, the best way of doing this is to do this. While you are holding back, the AI will do this for me. You will be blocking. There is a high block, and there is a low block. This actually matters a lot, because if you're not blocking low, you can get hit by low attacks. Such as like that. If you're not blocking hot, or if you're blocking low, you can get hit by high attacks. So it's important to keep in mind what attacks are high and what's low. We'll go over that later. Now if you half back twice, you'll do a little backdash. Now this backdash is important for a couple things. Let's do that. Now, assuming I can time it, this is hard to time. But if you do it right, you can backdash. Let's do this instead. That's not it. You can backdash out of some moves if you time it right. Of course, you can still get hit out of your backdash, so keep that in mind. And as you saw, some moves you're not gonna backdash out of easily. If you can't backdash grab him, you just gotta time it. And if you backdash a grab, it'll just become an H instead, unless they do a little thing called option select. We'll go with that later. So that's the backdash. You can act out a backdash after landing. Everyone's backdash is a little different. We'll go over that later as well. Now, if you double half forward, you'll do a little skid. If you double half and hold, you'll run. This is what you're going to be using most of the time whenever you're playing games. The dash. Because you can do things like this. You can also run up and do things like this. You know, things like that. It allows you to pressure. And then you can do, mind games. Now, there's a little bit of an advanced option with this, where, as you saw, you can't really act when... You can't really block immediately when you're gassing. If you hold back and 2 buttons... Let me give myself a mirror, because this does take me. So if you hold back and 2 buttons, you'll enter a special defense called Faultless Defense. I believe that's what it's called. We'll go over that in a little bit. However, this is important for when you're gassing, because you can gas, hold back and 2 buttons, and it'll cancel the skid animation. Which is important for things like grabs. It lets you grab immediately, because if you try to do that out of a normal grab, you have to time it. You have to time it with, back. And they can poke you out of it, so... And it also allows you to, go into a defense state immediately. So there's the backdash, there's the dash, walk forward, walk back, you have your crouch. We talked about holding back the crouch, down back is the crouch down, or to block down. There's nothing for down forward really. It's just crouch and, you know, normal stuff. Now, in regards to the dashing, there are some characters who have very special dashes, or none. In Hempton's case, he cannot dash or run at all. He has ways around that, but he cannot do that at all. Ino, however you want to say her name, puts her in an airborne state, where she's basically flying in the air. Think of like, if you play other fighting games, it's basically just, Morgan's air dash, that's all it is. It allows her to do air attacks immediately from a gas. Now, Slayer, Johnny, Bedman, and Leo near, Leo don't have a run. They will instead basically just do something like that. And they all do different things. For example, Slayers is completely invulnerable while he's doing it. Johnny just moves forward really quickly. Redman has like a counter type deal his where if he gasses and you hit him during his gas, he will teleport behind you. Leo, I'm not sure what Leo's does. I think it's the same as Johnny's, I believe. I don't use Leo myself, so I don't know that much about Leo. So here's all that about the gas. Give me a second. Let us talk about air movement now. I think we'll go with the ground movement stuff. So air movement, if you press up, you have a jump. The jump heights are different for everyone, I believe. Up back is jump back, up forward is jump forward. If you press up twice, you will do a double jump. And you can alternate this in any direction. So if you jump back and then jump up, you'll jump back and then jump straight up. If you press up and up forward, you'll just jump up and then up forward. Simple stuff. Now, this is the important thing about Guild Gear in general, is if you jump and double half back or double half forward, you'll enter a thing called air gas. This is important for evading, this is important for movement, this is important for offense, it's just very important. Now there are ways to counter the air gas. For example, let's say we have Kaiguben. The easiest counter to air gases for most characters is to use 6P. Now, there's another thing called instant air gas, where I'm gonna put this on so you can see what I'm doing. Where if you press up forward or up back and then go to neutral and then hit forward real quick, whoops, you'll enter a thing called instant air gas. This is the earliest you can air gas off the ground. Now obviously I'm gonna have difficulty. Whoops. I don't know if I get that right or not. So that's about as early as Kai can go. Also, Kai goes really far with his air gases. But yet, as you can see, the easiest counter to the aerials is to do 6 keys. I made Kai mad. Oops. I guess we're gonna have different music now. There's also another caveat to being in the air, which is, let me make the AI jump. So I'm gonna have the AI jump while blocking everything. As you can see, it's trying to block, but it cannot block. So all ground-based moves, so all your basic attacks, some specials like this, you cannot block the air at all. All of these are air unblockable, no matter what you do. Now, with that said, there is a way to deal with this. Do you remember the whole thing about FD? If you hold back and do a hack button, back or down back, you still have to block correctly. You will enter faultless defense. What this does is it prevents chip damage on your health. It pushes the opponent back further. Kai, I'm gonna need you to stop jumping. So, you see how far this pushes Kai, right? Whoops. As you can see, it makes a big difference. He can get 2 jabs in there, but he can only get 1. As you can see, you can't really act out of a normal block, but if you do this and push him out of range, you might be able to do stuff. So, whenever you faultless defense against Henson, so keep that in mind. You can do this in the air, too. This is important because this is the only way you're blocking ground moves in the air. Kai? As you can see, that's the only way you're blocking that in the air. Ow! As you can see, though, you can't really act out of it, though. Anything else? Some characters do have a triple jump. So, the characters with triple jump are Chip and Milia. So they can jump 3 times compared to the rest of the cast. Some characters have double air dash, which would be, Milia and Dizzy both have 2 air dashes. Redman's air dash allows him to do an 8-way dash, and Raven's is like a little glide that has a hitbox on it that gives him like a really long air time to do aerial strings before he lands. If you played other fighting games, such as Darkstalker, Raven's air dash is basically Jaga's air dash. And Potemkin cannot air dash. Now, if you air dash, you cannot jump after an air dash. If you jump twice, you cannot air dash. So there's that. Now, there's another jump to keep in mind, which is called the high jump, or the super jump, which is you hit down and up real quickly, or down forward, up forward real quickly. This makes you jump real quick. So, let's do that. As you can see, Kai, do you have a better thing? That might be good. Ah! So, as you can see, you cannot really jump out and back very easily. However, well, you normally can't, jump out of stuff that easily. Super jump can get you out of trouble real quick. It's also a lot higher. You can see how high Soul jumps on a normal jump. It jumps a little bit higher on a super jump. Double jump lets you jump the most. However, with a super jump, you can super jump and then air dash. You cannot jump out of a super jump though. This is important, mostly for when you're in the corner and you're being pressured. You can do something like that to get out. we'll go over the offense properties of the jump, because there's some interesting stuff about the jump, as you can see here. Anyways, that's simply it about jumps and gas. Oh, if for some reason, let's say you get hit in the air and you jump, right? If you press 2 buttons, you'll air hack. Now, this is important for getting out of combos, kinda, and allowing you to hack immediately. However, doing that can get you in trouble. For example, I'm gonna need time to jump. You can get thrown out of your air hack. You can get thrown out of your air hack very easily. We'll go over that later. There's also some other caveats, like if you're not FDing after you head, you're just gonna get hit by other ground stuff. But as you can see, you gain your air options back. Let's say I use both my jump. Whoops. As you can see, I got my air gas back. And then I get my jump back. So this allows you to be able to get out corners a little bit easier. Now, as you can see, if you press just two hack buttons, you'll hack in place. If you hit back or forward and 2 buttons, you'll hack back, oops, or forward. The forward one is a little bit more important here in the corner. The back one is more important in other scenarios. They're still all vulnerable to ground moves without FD and air throws, so keep that in mind. Now keep in mind, jumps are not instant. If you're jumping, whoops, you can't be hit out of your jump. And the pre-jump frames are different per character. Now, this probably isn't going to happen too much, because usually when you're jumping, you're not jumping like in their face, unless you're in the corner. But this does have effects on other things, like higher knee stuff, which is more advanced thing. Like that. As you can see, I get an instant volcanic viper. So that is a thing that you can do from a jump if you do it right. It's a more advanced thing. We'll go over that in another time. But yeah, there's other things in regards to the jump. When you land, it does there's a 4-frame landing delay that will make it impossible to do some moves. Like if you land, you cannot backdash. Well, actually, no, you can. No. Frame 1 after landing, you can cancel an everything except backdash or jump. Or walking forward, even. You can see how There's a little bit of a delay before I start walking. And it cannot let me backdash there. So yeah, that's something to keep in mind. Let's see, anything else? Do you have one of these? I don't know if you have one of these. Does Kai have one of these? Kai, do you have a move like... Who has a move that I can use? You'll do. So we're gonna switch over to Mei real quick, because Mei has one of these moves. So there's a thing called Stagger. I'm pretty certain. Do you not have it, Mei? Does Mei not have one? I could have sworn she had one. Huh. Who is one that has one? Ah, we'll go with Slayer. Slayer has one. So, I need someone for this. So Slayer, as you can see, he has a move that can put you in a little state called Stagger. In order to get out of this quicker, you have to mash the button. Kinda like that. Otherwise, you're gonna be... You see how much longer it is to get out? And with massing, I don't know how much massing actually helps there. That's the wrong button. But yeah, you can cut the duration of that by half, apparently, but, it makes it very easy to, get more combos in. Let's see, anything else? We can go back to Kai. That's all you need to know about Stagger. I don't think... I think that's it for, movements, really. So, let's talk about some, let's talk about some offense, then. So, you have punch, kick, slash, hard slash, and gust. Those are your 5 attack buttons. Now, Guilty Gear has a unique thing called Gatling, where if you press all these buttons in order, so punch, kick, slash, hard slash, gust, you can combo them. And of course, there's crouching versions of all of them and aerial versions of all of them. They all have, uses. We'll go over that later. So, there are caveats to this. If you try to do, like, K into P, you cannot. However, if you do K into forward P, it will work. However, if you do that, you cannot go back into K. You can't go into S, though. And go for rest. S can go into forward P. However, you cannot go into K from here. But, you can go right back into S. H will never go into anything else, and neither will D. And this is true for all persons. You cannot go back. So, there's all of that. Every character has a forward P, which is the A and P air, and will knock the opponent away. So that's important to note on every character. Just the hitbox on it and all that varies from character to character, so keep that in mind when picking a character. P's are usually your fastest move, usually. K, it varies per character, but Soul's K's are... This one's a pretty good anti-air. This is a good poke. S's are usually more long range, quicker long range. And H's are slower moves, bigger range, usually anti-air for 2S. And jumping S or JS or S. 2H rather. Sorry, the H. JH is usually for coming and landing on the opponent. Of course, JK can be used to land on the opponent too. Now, these combos do vary from character to character, so please keep that in mind. Not everyone is treated equal. 5D is a unique move, in which if you land it, you can see it does a special little animation. If you hit 5D and up, you will enter a chase. For the first couple seconds, any move will combo together. So you can combo H's together, which you normally cannot. And in Soul's case, it looks like you can combo J's together real easily. Of course, these combos will vary from character to character, so keep that in mind. Whoops. Most of the time, you're never going to use this combo though for most characters. So, most of the time, you're going to use 5D6. So when you hit a 5D, you hold forward, and it will enter this state where they're in a humble state, which allows you to combo stuff. Now, I don't know how useful this is mid-screen, but it could be useful, probably. Now, if you do this near the corner with 5D6, you'll see they slam it into a wall. This will put them in a special state where you can do a special combo. If you hit them while they're against the wall, it will do a wall slump, which puts them in a vulnerable state. For some characters, this is their win condition. For example, Slayer and Potemkin want the wall stick a lot. Now, I don't know what Soul's combos are in regard to 5D6, but anyone that's seen this will know exactly what I'm talking about. So I'm just going to do this just to show an example of what a wall stick combo would be. Basically, something like that is basically what you would see from a wolf skin combo. That was not what I wanted to do. It's... I mean, you know, I'm doing this all sorts of wrong. Now, it varies from character to character. Not all characters are created equal. As you know. Oh, I know what I'm doing wrong. That's what I was doing wrong. But you get the point. That's how you would do some 5v6 combos. And that's how you would continue pressure and corner with characters. So, let's look at with the basic stuff. Again, ground moves are vulnerable to... or ground move. Jumping are vulnerable to ground moves. Including crouching moves. So keep that in mind. If you see your opponent jumping at you, stop jumping, Kai. If you see your opponent doing something like that, keep in mind, you can't counter with ground moves. If they attack you, and you hit them before they hit you, you'll get something called a counter, which I believe does more damage. It does more hit stun, is what it does. If I could do it right. It basically allows you to combo where you normally would not be able to combo. It gives you more time to combo, is what I'm saying. Anything else about ground moves? Some characters do have other ground moves, like Mei has a 3K, which is down, forward, and K. Some characters have... Actually, I think all characters have a 6A. 6-8. Some of them is overhead, some of them you can charge. Everyone has 6P. Some characters might have a 4S, like Dizzy. Some might have a 2K. For example, Kai has a 2K. Oh, that's what it was for Kai. Okay. Why you not doing it, Kai? Oh, that's why. So yeah, there's all of that. Anything else in regards to, yes, before I forget, you can't cancel, hacks into specials. Such as like this. Some moves cannot be cancelled though. Keep that in mind. I'm gonna try something real quick. I mean, I did not mean to make Kai mad, but, you know, As you can see, JDs generally will knock the opponents away. I'm having difficulty. So there's all of that. I don't know what else to talk about in regards to normal. In regards to blocking, you can also do this on block. So keep that in mind if you want to continue your pressure. Alright. Let's move on to another thing that's unique to Guild Gear, a Roman cancel. So, if you press 3 buttons at the same time, you will enter a state called Roman cancel. What this does is it allows you to cancel moves. So it allows you to cancel moves and continue pressure. Something like that, in a way. Now, there's 3 different types of Roman cancels, and they all have different properties. We'll get back to something else here in a little bit. So, the one you see here is a yellow. This is a common one that you want to do as early as you can. That's a red one. And that was the purple one. So, yellow one. They have a 6 grade start up. As you can see, they are not invulnerable, mind you. So you can do something like that in order to prevent getting hit. I messed that up. Or I messed up. Why is it not coming out? You can do something like that. Whoops. I'm messing up. Why is it not coming out? I'm messing up. Okay. Why is it not coming out? Oh, I see. I'm trying to do something fancy here. You can basically do something like that if you're fast enough. So you can basically counter. You can also do it in the air. So if you're expected to get hit, you can do something like that. Something like that, you know. It's good for offense, it's good for defense. Now, the yellow one. In order to use the yellow one, you have to use it when the opponent is not in block stun or hit stun. So if you hit him, it will be red. If you're blocking, it will be red. You're not blocking, Kai. It will always be red if you hit them, or if they're, blocking. You can also do it like that during movement, so yeah. As you can see, it takes 25% of your meter to do. So keep this in mind when using it. That's for the yellow one. So, with that, let's talk about the red one. This starts frame 1. Yellow one, you can see amassing. It does not work. But as you can see, you can act immediately out of the red one. Now this, as you can see, the opponent is slowed down for about 18 frames. When you hit them with a red, it slows down for about 60 frames. Also, as you can see, it hits 50% mirror. If your opponent... let me see if I can do this. I need to stop blocking. So there's a balloon burst. We'll go with that in a little bit. It says you can do it when your opponent does that, so I don't know about that one. Apparently you can do that doing that. So, that's what you use to continue combos. And that's a big... That is what the biggest thing about Guilty here is the Roman cancel system. Now, the purple one is one of the ones you're probably not going to see very much. You have to do it during the late active recovery frames of an attack, and if they're not blocking or hit stun. And this takes 50% mirror to do. It has a 40 frame slowdown, so it's a little bit slower than red, but faster than no, it's a little bit faster than red, but slower than yellow. And it has the same amount of startup frames as yellow. I don't know how often you're going to be using purple, personally. You could probably use it for some mind games, but you're probably not gonna see it very often. Now, what you're seeing here is me trying to do a Roman cancel, like a cancel, or a Roman cancel. Me trying to do a Roman cancel in the late frames of Volcanic Viper. If you cannot do a Roman cancel during a move, it will give you a big X. And that's only with purple. So keep that in mind. That's interesting. So there's all of that about a Roman cancel. Roman cancels are fully invincible 1 frame before and after Super Flash, but good luck making use of that. If you get hit when doing the Roman cancel, you're put into counter hit. Another important thing about Roman cancel. Let me set this to, say... Let's put it at, like, 50, okay? So let's say you do a Roman cancel. You see how slow the gauge is filling up? it will decrease the amount of gain you get by 80% per second. As you can see, it's filling up a lot faster now. But as you can see, it's not filling up that fast right now. And then it fills up quicker. So, those are important to keep in mind. You can also use Roman Cancel to gauge what your opponent is about to do. So, say, Kai. Let's say Kai's about to do this. You can do that and see what Kai's about to do and then react to Kai quickly. Like so. I hit the wrong button. I hit the wrong button. PS4 D-pads, everyone. PS4 D-pad. So there's all of that. So there's your offense, there's your defense for wires or for Roman Cancel. Let me think. Anything else with Roman Cancel? Now you can get some silly things with Roman Cancel. For example, Yuzi actually has a very gimmicky thing to do with Roman Cancel. Let me put this back out of 100. For example, she can do that. Which is very high, but she can just do a gimmicky... Why are you doing that? A very gimmicky, bait. Now, when you Roman Cancel, by the way, any options you have in the air are going to be reset, or not reset. So I cannot do my second jump if I do that. So there's that. So there are gimmicks you can do with Roman Cancel, but as I said, they're gimmicks. You're probably not going to use them very much. Now let's talk about throws. So in order to do a throw, you have to hold forward and press hard slash near the opponent, or back and hard slash. You have to be pretty much right up in their grill, almost. So if I'm like right here, that's close enough. But if I'm like right here, oh wow, that is close enough. There is a difference. There's a spacing element. Not on Kai's foot. How about halfway? About halfway, yeah. So about halfway here is where you can grab with soul. Kinda. But this is important for when the opponent is blocking. Because it bypasses block. Now, throws are frame 1 in this game. Meaning, let me see what I want to do. Whoops. Let's do that. They have to meet him properly. So, as you can see, I can't actually throw him here because he's massive. But let's say he does something like this, right? If you're mashing the throne, you can grab him out of it. Now keep in mind, This is dangerous again. Because if you don't time it right, or time it right, like right there, you're just gonna get, counter. So you can throw on Wake Up off grade 1. It's just very risky to do. Well, it's risky if they're good at, baiting. For example, let's say he does this. And then jump. And let's say I try to grab. So, you saw it there. I gotta do that better. Whoops. Let's say he does that, right? So yeah. Bros can't get baited. That's basically what happens if you try to do this. Now, we're gonna talk about air throws. This is the same thing with throwing. You jump and hit forward or back, and hard slash when they're in the air. Now there is a caveat to this. There is a throw hitbox that you have to aim for. Otherwise you're gonna get stuff like that. So this is useful for when they do something like an air attack. Air attacks do have a... how many frames? They have a small amount of invincibility. And if you air attack correctly, you can hit the opponent through certain things. I do not remember what the air attack value is, but... let me see if I can find it. And apparently everyone has different ranges on their throws. Interesting. Including air throws. So Soul can grab a lot better than Dizzy, apparently. No, wait. Dizzy's air throw. They have the same air throw. Some people have better air throws, some have worse air throws. All air attacks have up to 6 frames of full invulnerability, and 7 to 17 frames of strike invulnerability. Except for backwards air attack, that has 7 to 15 frames of strike invulnerability. Strike is all of these melee moves. So there's that. Now, before I forget, an important thing about throws. You can RC throws. So this does allow you to continue combo. I hit the wrong button. What just happened there? Oh, okay. I am not sure what is happening there. But you get the drill. You get the idea. You can also do it on ground throws, which is how some characters get some fun stuff like jam. Interesting interaction there. So there's all that for offense. Anything else that I'm forgetting on offense? Yes, let's say we both do hard slash at the same time. Well, let's say we do anything. Like this. If both attacks hit at the same time, you might enter a special state called Danger Time. Like slow scout time, and it increases the amount of damage you do. Now, the thing about Gauge Time Startup I'm trying to do it again. Is you can't immediately act out of it. So if you feel like you're gonna get hit or don't want to take action, you can FD. Or you can do something you can do something immediately. You can be like, I'm gonna super you. I'm gonna like Volcanic Viper. And as you can see, the first hit will always be slow. Now, what you're seeing before that is a little thing called class. So, sometimes you may get a move that will hit at the exact same time that will nullify it. Now, when this happens, you'll have this awesome looking animation, right? Now, when this happens, you can act again. You cannot jump out. You cannot jump out. You can FD out, though. You can gas. You cannot back gas. So you cannot jump and you cannot back gas during a class. You can forward gas. You can FD. You can hack. It kind of includes doing supers. So you can't do something like that if you're sly enough and your opponent is not thinking about it. Now that thing I will talk about here in a little bit. You have to be really quick at it. So I just learned that Gauge Time has a 30% chance of happening whenever a class happens. So all the hacks, I'm reading this right now because I don't know this really. So here's a fun thing that I did not know. Let's set Henshin to 0, right? Now let's try to enter Gauge Time. Now pay attention to Soul's Henshin here when we enter Gauge Time. If we ever enter it. Enter! You see how much meter you get? You get 25% free meter whenever you enter Gauge Time. I did not know that. So, when you're in Gauge Time, everything is a mortal counter. I forgot about that. This means that it triggers slowdown. There's no 80% reduction on Henshin gauge. The hit stun and hit stun are double. You can recover and continue the combo. And here's the fun thing about Mortal Combo or Mortal Counter. You can combo Mortal Counters into literally anything. Like anything you want, you can counter in, or you can combo into Mortal Counter. Like you saw me try to do a command grab there. Yeah. So yeah, it allows for really, really disgusting stuff. There is a thing called jump install. This is a very advanced technique. It allows you to give you, whenever you double jump, you cannot do a... I'm gonna need Kai for this, ain't I? You usually cannot double jump after doing some special move. So, jump and stall, which is something I don't use because this is just really needed. So, what you do, you perform an act that's jump cancelable. We'll go over that in a second. For example, these are all jump cancelable. H moves usually are not. P, K, and S usually are. But not all of them are, so crouching moves usually are not jump cancelable. Gissy's who S is. Kai's who H is, apparently. Oh, Kai has a free H. Did not know that. So, what you can do is you perform an act that's jump cancelable, and press up, and can press another act before it comes out. What this might be easier to do with is, let's go with Chip. It's probably easier to do with Chip. Which move is that? Alright. Okay. So, as you can see, Chip cannot jump out of this normally. However, if you watch my input, Chip can now jump out of it. So yeah, this does allow for some advanced stuff. You have to be aware of it though, so keep that in mind. The slowest shuriken. Whoops. It'll take some good use too. Whoops. Got him at real height. But yeah, you can see how the combo can continue. So yeah, just some interesting stuff you can use with your own character who needs it. I'm trying to do something real quick. Crap. But you get the point. You get the point. That's more important for characters that, like Chip or Eno or, I think Jaku can use it somewhat. Now, you can also do a thing called land and jump install. So, it's a technique where you can automatically jump and install after landing from a jump. So your normal jump without gassing, or your normal jump without jump or air gassing, and then you immediately act high jump via a jump cancel or format hack. Okay. I've never done this before. And there's, you saw it right there. And as you can see, it allows you to do some advanced stuff. If I try it from a gas, am I doing it right? I don't know if I'm doing it right now. I have to because you can't normally do anything. You can't do another jump afterwards. Yeah, you see, I tried to, I cannot do it from a gas. And you cannot do it from a double jump, so there's that. Yep. So, that could be interesting to do, but keep in mind that is probably not going to be used very much. So, you can also do this without a buffer, but it's really hard to do. It's very hard to do. Because apparently you have to do it during the startup before the hack connects. And then when the hack connects, then you do a high jump during the jump cancelable frame. Which I don't know how to use it. You probably don't really need to do this very much. It's a very advanced technique. Oh. I think I just did. Yeah, there it is. It's very high. Ugh. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, there it is. It's very, very situational. I've never done it. I don't know when you would ever use this technique. It exists. But, some moves apparently automatically does this. So, which one is it for you, Kai? This will automatically install it. I don't understand how this works. How does this work? What? I don't understand how this works. I am not sure what this one does. And there's jump cancels, which is things like this. There's jump cancel moves like this, which will, you know, just cancel the move. Well, cancel the jump, basically. I don't know why this is not working. Whoops. But yeah, you see what I mean. And then you can do something like that, which will cancel the jump. So there's all offense stuff, movement canceling. Let me think of what we need to talk about. Right. I think I already talked about this, but these are always sweeps. They will always knock down. This will go into a homing jump, and this will always go into a homing gas, and this always knocks down. Well, I say knocks down, but usually knocks down. As you can see, it doesn't always knock down. It varies from character to character. Now, going back to throws, I talked about how if you hold forward and circle, or forward and hard slash, or back and hard slash, you'll get a throw. And this applies to the air. I'm kind of going all over the place a little bit. It's hard to keep everything in one spot. Now, there's a thing called Throw Option Select. What this means is, there's a button priority, so throw PKSH. D will always have the highest priority, but you don't really throw a D very much. If you press P and H at the same time when trying to throw, and say you don't throw, you'll see that I'm getting a, I'm getting 6P instead, right? If you do say K and, you see what I mean? These buttons, D, P, K, S, H, in that order, will have higher priority over other buttons. So K will always have higher priority over S and H. But it will not have higher priority over P. So you can do something like this. I keep doing the wrong thing, sorry. Most of the time you're going to do S and H, because S is usually quick up close. Now, I don't do this very much, but this is safer than whiffing a throw and getting, you know, a 6H in most cases. You can do this with air throws too. So that's something to keep in mind. Command throws. Soul is one with the command throw, which is just a sword you can ace. Or, K, sorry. Command throws will beat most things. Now, as I mentioned before with throws, you can normally wake up throw, and it will beat most things. Kai, I'm gonna ask you to stop that. For example, that was a bad, let's try that. For example, you can wake up throw like that, right? Now, let's say we try that with, say, a command throw. Assuming I do it right. Assuming I do it right. It's harder to do with a command throw, apparently. And as you saw there, this happens with regular throws too. You can beat out normal moves with a command throw if you're quick enough. Just like this. I'm trying to think what else. You cannot throw the opponent under certain circumstances. So, let's say he's blocking. If you try to do this and then throw, it will not work. You have 6 frames or 5 frames of throw invulnerability. So if you want to throw, you're gonna have to basically wait for the hit. The best way of doing this is wait for the hit starts to fully go away in regards to regular moves. In regards to specials, you have to wait until the seal goes away. Do you have anything else I can use? I don't think Soul has any other good ones. Hyuki's a good one to show this off. As you can see, if I try to do it too quick, it won't work. But if you wait a little bit after the hit spark goes away, about a second or half a second, you can throw. So, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, whoops, 1. I don't have a good way of doing this with, you. Let's do this with Gizzy. Gizzy has a better time with this. So let's say I throw a fist. You see how, I couldn't throw? If you wait for the seal to fully disappear, you can grab immediately. Like so. That's too soon. That's too soon. There we go. That's too far away. Too far away. Too soon. But you get the point. You see the hit start? Wait a second. 1. 1. 1. It's almost 1 second. 1. 1. So, if you need help with figuring out when to do this, just count 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. Whoops. 1. Well, I can't do it all back, but you know. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. So you get the point. It's basically 1 second after big block that you get a chance to throw them. Now let's say you hit them. You have about 1 more frame. 1. 1. It's about the same. It's not too different. 1. Of course, because it's riskier, if you get hit, you might as well just do a full combo. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So, how are you missing? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. It's about 9 frames, so you have like 1, 2. 1, 2. So, you have to time it with their knockouts, and it's not always the same. You cannot throw them during their jump start up. Where is it? So if they're jumping, you cannot throw them ever on the ground. What? Unless they land. If they land, then you can grab them. But you cannot grab them if they're jumping. Now, if you're blocking in the air, you cannot grab them. As you can see, I'm trying to grab them after an attack. You cannot grab them. So if you're blocking in the air, and you attack, you cannot grab them afterwards. Now, another thing about air throws, you cannot air throw from an air gas. You cannot air throw. No, oh, I guess you can. Never mind, it's just from a gas that you cannot air throw from. So it's just from air gas that you cannot throw from in air. Some hats are throw invincible, so you have to be wary about that. Again, you can back gas grabs. If you do that will make a hat's whiff. So that's something to keep in mind. Backgassing is important against some grabs. For example, it's important against, say, Raven. Raven is a very important one to learn about backgassing. He has these 2 air command grabs, right? And you can't really hack him out. Now, if you backgas, as you can see, it will whip the ground one. It will always whip. And if you jump, just like any other ground grab, it will whip. Now, the reason for this is backgasses are considered airborne. Some other moves are actually airborne, such as, say, Slayer 6K, there's a couple other things that are, airborne. And as you can see, this will never hit me here, but it will grab me. Now, backdashes. They are airborne, remember that. So if you're fighting a Raven, and you backdash, at the worst time, you're gonna get air grabbed. Of course, it looks like sometimes you have to be, close to him. So there's that. There's that with, Rose. I don't know if there's anything else to talk about with Rose. Now, there's another, let's talk about some more blocking stuff. Now, we talked about faultless defense and normal defense. These are both very important. Kai, I need you to stop blocking. Now, a very important thing is a thing called Blitz Seal. So, you hit two attack buttons. It has to be, H has to be in hold. It cannot be any other button. So PH, KH, SH. Now, what this does is, hold on, is it allows you to put them in a stun state. Meaning, you can take your turn back. However, as you can see, well, as you can see, you can get some really interesting stuff happening. So you can have these little blitz forms. Now, you can also hold down and do this too. You have to do this to block high and mid. This is for low. You cannot be holding back, otherwise you will do faultless defense instead. You have to be in neutral state. Now, this allows you to do this. If you know your opponent is gonna do that, you can do the opposite. If you think you're gonna do a high one, you hit low. If you think you're gonna do a low one, you hit high. Or, you can grab. Now, if you hold it just a little bit, say like a split second, right? If you hold it for a split second, you just get this. Now, if you hold it for like a little bit, you'll get something like this. Now, his knocks down. Normally, others will like blow the opponent away. Now, let's say you hold it for a little bit. You will do something called a level. Well, it doesn't really have a name. It's a red Blitz Seal. What this does, it crumbles the opponent, or everyone. Stop that guy. Level 2 usually doesn't. Level 2 usually blows them away. But it will crumble the opponent, and it will take away the opponent's burst. Which is this right here. We'll talk about that in a little bit. Not only that, level 3 allows you to combo into stuff. So you can get a nice combo off of it and take their burst away. As you can see, it takes it took a little burst away. Did it not take it all away? How much does that take away? Let me see if I can find something about that. If you hit with a level 3, it will it drains some of the opponent's burst and refills your own burst. The level 2 will also do the same thing. But level 2 normally will blow the opponent away and will stick them. Also, level 2 puts 6 risk on the opponent and has a 55% throw rate on attack. The max charge version gives 20 risk and does not throw rate. Okay. Interesting. So there's that about Blitz Seal. That's all you really need to know about Blitz Seal. Now there's some things you can do out Blitz Seal, like jump and stall, but that's more advanced stuff that we don't really need to know about. Anything else about Seal? There's nothing else that— oh! Now, there's a thing called Instant Block, where if you press block on time, you can block and you'll see adjust. Now what this does is it gives you a slight frame advantage, which allows you to act faster. So let's say Kai does this in blocks, right? As you can see, he gets to act immediately. Did you notice the difference? Did you notice the slight difference? You notice how much time you get between? He gets a little bit less time. Now, not only does it decrease the amount of time before you can act, it will increase your heads and pulse, which means you'll gain meter a lot quicker. So if you want to gain meter quick, as you can see, I'm gaining meter just by blocking this. You can do this against every attack in the game. So as you saw, you see how much quicker I get act out of that? Now, You can't do this in the air too. Now you see what happens when you do it in the air and you try to do anything. Nothing happens. But if you instant block in the air, you can almost immediately react. You can almost immediately react. So this is important for blocking in the air in air fight. Now you can't really do this on the first hit. You have to do on the slower hit. Also, when you do this, keep in mind that it will take you out of blocking. So when you're in the middle of a combo, if you let go of blocking, you see that it continues comboing, right? That's low. So let's say I'm blocking. As you can see, I'm still holding back while blocking, right? Now let's say I let go after the first hit. It will automatically block. And you can switch your blocking if you need to. So you can do something like that. Now, if you need to just defend alone, just defend alone, you have to hit down back. Like so. That's with a punch. So that's with a... Hold on. So that's with that. Crap. Crap. I actually don't know how much difference that made. Anyways, that's instant block. Important for mirror game. Important for acting out the air quicker. Like almost immediately. And important for well, that's the main two important things. Just get mirror quicker and for acting quicker. Now keep in mind, again, if you instant block one move, in this case, it's gonna let me block, but in some cases, it's not gonna let you block. Where if you normally block it, whoops, you can just let go and block, so be wary of that. Also, instant block does not prevent zip damage. Just keep that in mind. Only FD prevents zip damage. So there's all the blocking. That's okay. Let me think. We went through all the movement. All movement is done. We went over gas, back gas, block, jump, double jump. We went over super jump, air gas, instant air gas. We went over the whole jump and stall. We went over a whole bunch of other installs. So here's all the movement. We went over blocking, roll blocking. We went over faultless defense. We went over instant block. So that's all blocking. We went over regular throws. We went over air throws. We went over command throws. Speaking of throws, here's a Payco throw hack, where if you throw at the same time as the opponent within a 2-frame window, you will do a Payco throw hack. This happens only with regular throws. Just don't expect this to happen very much, unless you're really good at throat hacking. So here's how about throws. We went over the basics of hacks, over what all these different hacks can do for different well, that hacks varies from character to character, so you have to look into your character to see what they all do. But we went over the Gatling chains. We went over YRCs. So we went over all 3 YRCs. We went over the 3 levels of Blitz Seals. There's the blowback. So we went over all 3 levels of Blitz Seal. What else did we go over? I'm trying to think what else we went over. We went over the 5D stuff, so we went over the home and jump. And we went over the home and gas. We went over the FD break. So we went over that. We went into the stagger. Yeah, we went over stagger. Yes. We went over air hacking. We went over all the air options, regain posts if you get hit. We went over how hacks work from ground to air and vice versa. We went over classes. We went over Gauger High. We are gonna go over a thing that everyone loves: taunt and respect. So if you hold back and do the taunt button, you will do a taunt, which cannot be cancelled until halfway through. Now if you hold forward and hit the taunt button, you will do a respect. These can be immediately cancelled. I don't know why that's happening. I guess it doesn't like you doing a respect after hitting. But you see how much quicker you can act out of respect compared to a haunt. Now think about haunt and respect. It does matter. If you do a haunt, it will increase your opponent's Henson gauge a little bit. Now, if you do a haunt at the end of the match after the opponent is beaten, this is something I didn't know. Abel gave 50% Henson at the start of the next round. So if you beat your opponent and then you do a haunt, and you're just giving them a half a bar. Now, let's go into, say, overdrive. So we got regular attacks, we got special moves. Overdrives are your supers. Everyone has a cinematic super, and everyone has so that's Kai's, and there's another super. Everyone has at least one of each. Now, as you saw with Soul, overdrives can't be canceled. You can't cancel overdrive. Which can lead to interesting scenarios, to say the least. Now, whenever you cancel, keep in mind, I'm gonna do this. It is gonna take me for a yellow. Now, let's say you hit an opponent. It's 50 for the overdrive and then 50 for the red. So you need 100 meter to do a red. You only need 75 to do a yellow. But you use a yellow if you think you're not gonna hit. Or if you want to play a little mind game like so. Like so. You can do something like that if you really wanted to. Whoops. I'm doing it wrong. You can do something like this even. Which I'm pretty sure every character can do. Actually, I don't think Kai can cancel out his. He can. So Kai can cancel out his. Effectively, when you hear that, or... Well, actually, it seems like... Yeah, I think once it starts... For Kai in particular, it seems like... Why is it not doing it? Yeah, once the little lightning thing comes out, he can't do anything about it. But, you know, you saw what I did with Dizzy earlier. You can cancel and do shenanigans. So, yeah. There's another thing I forgot to talk about. I forgot to put first gauge back home. So, as you can see, you can burst through hacks. Now, with supers, you cannot burst supers. And you cannot blitz seal a super. So there's all of that. Now there's a special state called Hellfire, where if you're in blasting life, I do believe, about 20% of their life if they leave hit stun or block stun, you will enter a state called Hellfire, which increases all overdrive damage by 20%. So, let's see how much damage this does to Kai right now. So, it does about that much. Let's say we'll put Soul at 1. That's a 20% increase. You see the difference in, I did not mean to do that. So there's a way to keep in mind. When the opponent is in blasting red, which is not here, but right here. Once that starts blasting, all supers are going to do 20% more damage. So that's important to keep in mind. And another important thing, supers that have start up like that with what's it called? A cinematic overdrive. If you do the special, not with the special like with Soul, that's how you do that. Half circle grab forward 8. Now say you do it with D, you will get a burst of burst. Now what's the damage different? That's the regular one. You see how much damage does? Now let's see what it looks like in Hellfire. That's the normal one. That's the burst one. Now, the thing about burst overdrive, it does consume your entire burst. If you cannot have burst, you cannot do it. As you can see. Now, there are some other benefits to overdrive when you do it. I'm not sure what they are, they're character dependent. Now, if you do a burst overdrive, let's say we do this. Well, that has the vulnerability on it. So, burst overdrives are wholly invulnerable. You cannot hit anyone when they do a burst overdrive on startup. And it does 25% more damage than the regular one. If you hit with a burst overdrive, you will gain a third of your burst gauge back. This is important if you're trying to use burst overdrive. Now, I've been talking about burst a lot, but I have not been showing what burst is. So, you do a burst. You hit D and any hack button, any human hack button. So, here's what the new bursts are. There is a gold burst and there's a blue burst. Gold burst is if you're not being hit at all and you do a burst. Now pay attention to the burst and attention. and you hit with a gold burst, you get about a third of your meter back. Actually, I think you get a third of your meter back no matter what. Why is it set the controller? Where is it? Why are you setting the controller? I did not tell you to go to the controller. So, you will get some meter back, I believe, if you do a gold burst. And you will get full Henson if you hit with a gold burst. Again, this is only done if you're not being hit at all. And you cannot do it in the middle of an attack here. As you can see, I'm trying to do it and it does not work. Well, I see why it's not working. But you cannot really do it out of an attack. Now, Blue Burst. Blue Burst is if you do a burst while in block stun. In block stun, or you're being hit. As you see, you will not gain meter back if you cannot hit them with burst. So if you don't hit them with burst, then you have no meter back. It does not give you any Henson gauge. It's purely to get them off of you. And you can do it in the air too. Keep in mind that you can whip. As you see, if you whip it, you will not get any game back. Why is this keep going to the controller? Training mode is a little weird sometimes, not gonna lie. Alright, now, with that in mind, give me just a second if you will. 1 second. What we're going to talk about now is something that you can do if you want to be fancy. So, if you hit all 4 attack buttons, PKS8, you'll enter an instant kill state. As you can see, it drains your Henson. So it's going to drain your Henson all the way. And when it drains your Henson all the way, it will start draining your health, as you can see. Now, this cannot kill you. It cannot kill you at all. Now, when you exit the state, you can do the same thing by hitting the same button. Now, no matter what your meter is down there when you exit, it will always be back at 0. Now, to perform an instant kill, everyone is the same. It's corner circle forward, H. And this will, no matter what life your opponent is at, when you come around. Now the downside of this is, while you're in instant kill state, you cannot do anything that requires meter. So, you cannot FD, you cannot throw and cancel, You can't flex shield. You cannot do your normal overdrives. And you cannot do dead angle attacks, which we'll get into later. Now, here's another thing about this. Let's say you enter the stage, and let's say you win. Whoops. Sorry, Kai. Not what I meant to do. Why does that keep happening? If you whiff, or you get hit during it, you will not be able to use your Henson ever for the rest of that round. So be careful. Now, on the final round, on the round that you would win the match on, if your opponent is in glass and red, and if you have at least 50 meter, let me see where it is, and you enter gold, or you enter instant kill, you will enter a called gold instant kill. Now what this does is it enables you to do something like, say, let's say we have Homir. They're up there and can do a wild throw. You can go instant kill. But you see what's going on here, right? You can combo into instant kills only from gold instant kills. And only from gold instant kills. It's basically just a way to show off, it's all it really is. There are ways to combo into it from other things, for example, oh. You can do it from 5D sets, for example. If you're fast enough. So, there's all of that about instant kill. They're basically just so on. Now, we're gonna talk about another, oh, and one thing about instant kills before I forget. You can blitz them. You have to do it real quick though. Basically right after the blast. And now. So one. Basically a second. One. So you can't do that in all instant kill. If you really want to be risky about it. Now, I'm gonna talk about one more defense option. You know, if I do it right. So, we're gonna talk about dead angle attacks. To perform a dead angle attack, you have to be blocking. And then while blocking, you hit forward and press. I believe it's any button with H. Like so. And it will spend 50 meter in order to knock the opponent away. Yes, any attack button plus H, except D. If you do D, it will just do a burst. This is important if you don't have any good way of getting the opponent off of you. For example, someone like Izzy is probably going to use this a lot more than, say, someone like Kai or Soul. So that's basically it. It's basically their 6P. It's all it is. I don't think it can kill. It cannot kill. So, keep that in mind. Are there anything else to talk about? Now, there are some hacks which are actually unblockable. Now, throws are unblockable, but you can hack them. Now, some characters, like, say, Slayer, do have actual unblockable hacks, so I'm gonna put Kai on block everything. Whoops, what is the move? Slayer, I don't know you really. So, as you can see, it's truly unblockable. There's nothing you can do about that, except there is one thing you can do about unblockable. Which is FD. So, let's say I do this, and I do this. What? Why is that not work? I thought you were supposed to do. You know what? It might be easier to have the reverse here. I'm pretty sure you're supposed to FD something like that. If it's truly unblockable. Huh. You cannot block that even with FP. You can blitz unblockable, and you can backdash it if you're good. You can also just grab them or hit them during it. But I could have sworn you could FD. I guess not. I guess they're truly unblockable. Huh. So you got to get out of the way in order to not get hit by foes. Anything else? One more thing before we call it there. So, a couple things. There is a thing called Pro Racing. Slayer. Where the more hits you do, the less damage you're going to do later on. So, I'm actually going to switch to Izzy for this. For example, let's say we use Izzy. And let's say you're not blocking anymore. You see how much that does? And you see how much the Pro Racing was on that? So that's why active P is. It stops at the A there. It's a little bit past the A. Whoops. But you can see how the pro racing works here. That's what doing that. Whoops. But let's say we do something like, say, Gamma Ray. This is a roll Gamma Ray. That's how much it does without Pro Race. Whoops. Let's try to add Pro Race. Whoops. Whoops. Sometimes inputs beat input. What's a better way of doing this? I'm trying to pick up a better way of doing this. I don't know why that happened. When you stop that game. Because it's Pro Race and all that. So as you can see, this goes out. You see how the damage starts to go down very slightly? Pay attention to Soul's health. And notice how it starts to go down ever so slightly. You may even notice some sparks on his life bar there. As you can see, the sparks of their helps you if there's Pro Racing. This is with no Pro Racing. And you see the spark saying it starts getting bigger. And when it gets that big, it means it's basically doing no damage. Now, this matters in regards to, well, this gives really big Pro Racing, I believe. Yeah, you see Pro Race and all that. I guess the hit spark, yeah, you see the hit sparks there. Now, this is important in regards to another mechanic called the risk. What this does is whenever you hit someone, it's not gonna do it here, huh? The more risk you have. Not me. Oh, there we go. So, what risk does is it outright removes the Pro Racing until it's fully gone. As far as I'm aware. Let me try that again. Oh my god, I'm doing it too fast. You see how much more damage that does? Now let's say we have it at max. At high enough Pro Race, it will actually become counter hits on every single move. You see how much damage that did? And you see how much damage that did? This can outright kill Soul. 92 risk. That move can outright kill Soul. Let me see if I can pull it off here. That's not how you do it. If the inputs would work correctly, that'd be amazing. I do not know how you do that. But there is a way to just outright kill people with things like that. You see what I mean though with risk. You get a high enough risk, you're gonna die. Plain simply put. Let me think of what else there is. I'm trying to think if there's anything else.
Yes?
There's nothing else I can really think of off the top of my head. I cannot think of anything else off the top of my head.
Yes?
So we went over offense, we went over defense, we went over throws, burst, blocking, Roman cancels, jumping skulls. We went over blitz seal, blitz hack, dead angle, break and throw, unblockables, faultless defense, air block, instant block.
Yes?
We went over throws, we went over gatling, overdrives, taunt and respect, hellfire, instant kills. We went over gust hack, homing jump, homing gas. We went over. Where else can we go? Super high jump. We went over air hack. We went over stagger. We went over FD, gas braking, back gas, running, blast, gauge time. I believe that might be everything that you really need to know about the game. So, for the most part, anything else is all character dependent. For example, for someone like Izzy, you'll want to learn how to do something like this. In order to, get good at the game. Let me make sure I can do something real quick. Whoops. 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 What was the combo? I mean, sometimes you're gonna have problems with inputs probably. Because sometimes inputs do be inputting. Kinda like here where inputs are not inputting as they are. Trying to remember what the combo was. I think I know what the combo is. and then it ignored it. Awesome. Oh, whoops. I know what I did wrong. But you get the point. There's different things you have to learn about every character. So, just pick a character, learn the basics with that character, because everyone's different. Like Dizzy here has to double air gas. She can double jump at air gas after double jump. But, I believe that is it for all of the unique stuff. So, hopefully this helps. I know I stumbled over myself here and there, but I wonder. I'm gonna try something real quick. Oh, you can't do it. Interesting. Okay. Anyways, I'm distracting myself. So, hopefully this video helps you to get your XR if you are interested. I don't know if I'm gonna go into specific character details, because personally, I don't think I'm that great at the game. People might tell me otherwise with my Dizzy, but, you know, each their own. So I will say, until next time everyone, whatever that may be, hope the video helps, and I will catch you guys whenever.